Hello everyone. So in this lecture we will see probability using Excel with one small case study. So we have this data set in which we have month from July to December and sales representatives A to F and sales in thousands and then advertisement expenses, and next column is uh, defective products, and next is sales in number of units, this last column. Now you need to find first thing, this calculate the probability of encountering a defective product in a given month. So in each month, means in July, August and so on, we need to find probability of defect. So to find probability of defect means uh, formula of probability is P equals to favorable outcomes upon total outcomes. So for a particular month, suppose in month of July, this total outcomes, total number of products are 1000 and defective products are 5. So in that case, the probability is 5 upon 1000. In this case, the probability is 5 upon 1000, that is favorable outcomes upon total outcomes. So in that way, we will find this probability for all these months. So we will use formula, and in this block, this is I have created this column for probability of defectives, probability of defect in a given month. So we will put equal symbol and then number of product as favorable outcomes, click, and this divided by total number of sales unit. So sales unit is this 1000. So now this equals to 0.005 probability. You can write this in terms of percentage also by multiplying this quantity by 100. And now we will click on this block to find defective probability in other months. We will click on this and double click on this plus symbol. So you will see all these values. So these are the probability in different months of defective product. Now this second part is calculate the probability of encountering at least one defective product over the entire 6-month period. So this is little bit different. So this is the case of at least one defect over the entire 6-month period. One defect, at least one defect. At least one defect means minimum one defect. So in case of defect, there may be zero defect, means we can say no defect. P, there may be chances of one defect, and there may be chances of two defect, and there may be chances of multiple defect. So the total probability of these defect is 1. Now this is the case of probability of at least one defect. This means there may be one defect or more. So this may be this one or this one and so on. So probability of at least one means minimum one. This may be 1, this may be 2, this may be 3, and this may be so on. So you need to find probability of that part. So to find probability of that part, we can write this formula. We can write this term P1 plus P2 plus and up to n terms. This is 1 minus P0. This can be written as P1 plus P2 plus P dash dash equals to 1 minus P0. We will shift this probability in this side, 1 minus P0. So now you can write this as 1 minus probability of no defect over 6 months. So this is probability of no defect over 6 months. So you need to find probability of no defect over 6 months. This means overall probability in 6 months of probability of no defect. So now we will find first probability of defect in different months. in July, in August, and so on, then we will find probability, this probability, we will find this probability, probability of no defect over the 6-month means. We will find probability of no defect in month of January, probability of no defect in month of, sorry, this is July, not January, July, then August, then probability of no defect in month of September, in that way probability of no defect in month of October, in month of December, in month of November, and in month of December. So you need to find probability of no defect in month of July to December, and now you need to find overall probability for this 6 months. So probability in July and August and September and October and November and December. So this and means multiply. So we will multiply all these probability. This probability we will multiply with this for and, this with this for and, this with this for and, this with this for and. So first you need to find probability of no defect in month of July, then multiplication with probability of no defect in month of August, and so on. So we are working for this probability of no defect over 6 months. So I have written this as probability of no defect in 6 months. So to find this, first you need to find probability of no defect in month of July, in month of August, and so on. So to find probability of no defect, probability of no defect, suppose in month of July. So this is probability 1 minus probability of defect. We will use this formula, probability of no defect equals to 1 minus probability of defect. So in month of July we have this probability of defect. To find this, we will apply formula in this block. So in this block we will put equal, and then we will apply this formula 1 minus P of defect. So we will put 1 minus, and probability of defect is this one, this block, and we will put enter. So this is the probability of no defect in month of July, and this is the probability of defect in month of July. Now in that way we can find probability of defect in all these 6 months individually. But you need probability of no defect in 6 months. So in 6 month probability of defect is Pj into Pa into Ps. This means probability of defect in July, August, September, and so on. So to find probability of no defect over 6 months, we will multiply all these probability. So to multiply, we will type product. So this is the product function, and for this we will select probability from this to December, bracket close, and then enter. So now all these probabilities are multiplied, and this is the 0.981732. So we have this probability 0.9832 as this probability of no defect over 6 months. Now your target is what? Your target is to find this P1 plus P2 probability of at least one defect. So now we will put in this formula. So this formula is 1 minus probability of no defect over 6 months. So you need to find probability of at least one defect in 6 months. So we will apply formula in this block. This is simply equal. Then this is what? This is 1. So we will put 1, then minus, and probability of no defect over 6 months, which is this one, this value. So this value is the we need to remove this highlighter, outliers. This is okay. So simply we can type this value because uh, we can also click in this block. So this probability is 0.981732, or you can click in this block also. So this is the probability of at least one defect in last 6 months. So this is the answer for second part. And you can write this probability in terms of percentage also. So this become 1 this is 1.82 something. So this is in terms of percentage. So now we will see the answer. So probability of this is 1 point, this is 1.82 in terms of percentage. And now the third part is interpret these probability. So monthly defect probability and overall probability at least one defect in 6 months. So first is this one and second is this one. So we were defining this first case A. So in this case you will see, in this probability of each month you will see minimum value is this. This is 1%. If we will multiply this with 100, so this is 0.1%, and this is the largest one. If we will multiply this with 100, so this is 0.53%. So the range in this line, in this blue line, I have explained this range. The probability of encountering a defect product in any given month is very low. This is not generally, is low, or low we can say, and ranging from 0.1% to 0.533%. So this is the minimum value of probability in this case. This is the maximum probability in this case. So this is in terms of percentage. This is in terms of percentage. So ranging from 0.1 to 0.53. Now the next line, the highest defect probability is this one, this 0.533, and the lowest defect probability is seen in month of September. This is in month of September, that is 0.1%. This suggests the quality of product is relatively consistent with some fluctuation between the data, because there is no big difference in 0.1 or 0.53 with respect to 100%. So we can say the product quality is overall relatively consistent with fluctuation in between the months. Now the second probability we can define as overall probability at least one defect in 6 months. The probability of encountering at least one defect over the entire 6 months is 1.82%. This is this quantity, which is a relatively small probability but not negligible, because in case of business we need to try to reduce the defect. So this is a considerable quantity in terms of probability, 1.82. So you need to work on removing defects. So this means that in the worst case a consumer could expect to encounter a defective product is 1.82% of the purchase made over the 6-month span. So in a 6-month period there may be chances of defective product is 1.82%. This gives a rough sense of product quality, but also suggests there is a small but present risk of defect which might affect customer satisfaction. Or if in case of this 1.82% defect, customer may be dissatisfied. So this is the overall interpretation of these probability. So I hope you understand this concept. So please like this video and subscribe my channel Ganit Coach. Have a nice day. Thank you.